Okay, hey guys and welcome back. This is going to be a map tutorial on how to play the map SS Royale. Now, I'm not doing Metro because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people know how to play Metro, and it's just one of those maps that's harder to get speed on and harder to learn, even though it's the first one and it's labeled as beginner, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, there's not a lot of places on this map where you can get like speed, and there's not a lot of slopes and stuff. So that's why I'm probably going to be doing that one later in one of the map tutorials. But the first one we're going to be doing is SS Royale. Now, this is going to be a full playthrough and a full guide on how to play this map. Now, this is just, just me saying this. I know I'm not the best player, and I know I am not, I'm not anywhere good, and I'm not thorough all the time. Because I know some people are going to try and call me out on that. But this is just a tutorial for those beginners who want to get kind of an idea of this map so that they can learn off of that and get better and better. So here's the map. Now, the first thing you're going to see is two paths. You're going to have this up path and then this down path right here. Now, there's also going to be a second path over here that'll give you one of two items, or maybe two items if you pick up one and then use it and then pick up the other one. But we're first going to be finding out which path to go, or which path you should go, unless you're feeling a little bit cocky. But now, here's the first path. Now, the one that I usually take is, going up here. I always usually take bottom path, and all I do is I grapple once, and then the second time that I grapple really quickly so that it sends me down. So here, just watch how this happens. Just like that, and that's how I usually do it. So after I do that, I will usually come in here and I will jump up twice, grapple, and then I will come in here and it will send me flying up. Now that's usually the path that I take every time, but if you want, you can come up here and just go through it normally, but it's not as fast as the other ones. So that's why I would usually recommend going bottom path. But now here you're going to have a path of two separate ways. You're going to have one that's going to go bottom, which will give you a boost, and one that'll go top, which will give you one of two items. Now, if you have boost already, I would recommend going top path, but if you're starting off, I would usually recommend going bottom path, because you need as much boost as you can get on this map. So, we're coming here to this part right here, which is, it's two grapple spots with a grapple spot. Whew, sorry, I'm talking really fast and being quite thorough, but here you have two grapple spots and then a drop. And then you have two paths, one going up and one going bottom. Now, if you're in first, I would recommend, like, if you're in first and you have an item, I would recommend going down here so you can look behind you and use it. So say like you have a box or freeze ray or anything, really, anything works. So like if you have any kind of item or anything, that'll get you the win easily, and plus it's a favorite in checkpoints. So I would recommend going down there if you're in first. But if you're kind of behind and someone is already going down there, sorry, if you're behind and someone's kind of already going down there, or if you are in first, all right, so you would use this bottom path if you have a big head start, or like a big gap between the two players. But if you're in first, I'd recommend going this path because it gives a bigger reward, even though it takes longer to get down, because once you hit the little staircase at the bottom, it'll send you flying and it'll give you more speed. So now here, I'm going to show you what both of the paths look like when you use them. So that was the first path. And then the second path is basically just the same thing, but it's with, you're basically doing the same thing, but it's just getting there faster. So look, this is what this looks like. So if you're, the one reason that I would recommend going top path almost every single time is because if someone else is going top path and you're going bottom, like 50% of the time they will click that and you will get stuck sent flying down, which is not a good thing because that usually leads an insta-kill if people know how to do the little trick at the bottom. So, oh yeah, the trick at the bottom. So if you see this little line right here, it'll usually be about like right around here where you would want to stop. So like if you're going up top and you drop down, you're gonna want to hit that little staircase because that staircase will send you flying down the left. And if most people know how to do it, then you want to know how to do it too, because you don't want to die. So here, I see, the reason that I would recommend going this path to get boost is because you're gonna need it for when you're over there. So like this, and then you would need some boost to fly down this and hit this little staircase right here. Now, when you hit the staircase, or if you hit the staircase, you'll be going to the left, where you have two paths that you can go, one depending on if someone hits the lever or not, and that's this path right here. So if someone hits this lever and you get sent flying down, then there's a good chance that you will hit that lever right there, the one right below me, which will send this thing right here going down, which will lead into one like boost picker. I don't even know what that thing is called. What is that? It's just called like boost, but it'll lead to like a boost generator or whatever it's called. But if you do end up getting top path, then it's usually depending on like how well you know how to do it or not. Because if you go top path while you're going super fast and you hit right here and you jump twice, I mean this would usually be like the way that I would want to go, because if you go this top path right here while you're going fast and you keep jumping, that is like essentially faster than if you were to go the bottom path. Because if you go the bottom path, then you have to jump and slide, just jumping a bunch of times without having to worry about hitting boxes or the ceiling or something like that. So if you are going fast and you want to get up to the top, it takes quite a bit of practice, but you'll be able to learn it. So all you have to do is, if you hit, you're just going to want to jump off this ground right here, and then slide, and then land on this ground right here, and then jump twice. Now don't slide, because 90% of the time that I do it and fail, I'm usually doing that. So don't slide, just jump. And if you do, once you hit your double jump, slide, so that way your feet are lifted up off the ground so you can hit it better. So that's basically how to do that. Now, if someone does hit this little lever right here, that'll open up this door right here. Oh, sorry. That'll open up this door right here. Now, unless you're really in front, or you're just trying to show off, or you're just trying to, get up there and you know that you can get ahead again and catch up, I wouldn't really recommend going down there. Like, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend going down there, because it's not really a big reward, because right after that you're just gonna get more boosts. So it's basically just like for that time being. So I wouldn't really recommend that. But if you do take the speed paths right here, then you're just gonna want to jump grapple a bunch of times and then end up over here. Now, there are a few ways of doing this. A friend told me that if you go, some world records usually just jump, but on personal preference, I like to just take the grapple upwards, like so. Hold on, like that, because it's just usually more convenient. But once you do come up here, I would recommend grappling twice on that one. If you do take the top path, I would recommend grappling twice on that one. But if you do take the bottom path, I would recommend going like this. Oh, sorry, I messed it up. I would recommend going like that and just not hitting the boxes. But if you do go top path, try and get up on here and then jump. Now, this is where there's another two-way path, because this is basically where it just loops around to go to the beginning again. And there's two ways to be able to do the beginning. You can, one, do this, and you can take top path, or you can take bottom path, which I don't see a lot of people do because I think it's just useless. But some other people can take bottom path, which looks something like this. I'll tell you how to do this in a second. But it looks something, looks something like this. Oh, and also, if you are in front and you want to get more speed, I would recommend going up like this and then hitting this little grapple if you're trying to take top path, or even if you're taking bottom path, it doesn't matter. If you're in front, I would recommend doing that if you have some boost. So now, this is how to take the bottom path. You go this way, you grapple, and then you Z right there, and then jump into this right here. Basically just like the beginning, but faster. It's like just how you started off, but it's faster than that. So I'm going to show you how to do the top path of the bottom part, and then I'm going to show you how to do the bottom path. So what you're going to do here is you're going to want to jump, and then you're going to hit this grapple, and you're going to want to stay relatively high to the grapple point. So that way when you hit this wall right here, you're going to want to hit it at the very, very tip. And even if you're feeling like a little bit skeptical about if you're going to hit the ramp or not, sorry, it's just I'm really messing up right now. Look backwards and do it, so that way there's like no way that you're going to miss it. So here, I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm basically just, so I looked backwards when I hit it, so that way I made sure that I hit it. But this is how to take the bottom path. I just grappled, and then I hit the top of the ramp, like the very tippy top of the ramp. So this is how to take the bottom path. Now, if you don't know how to Z, all you basically do is you come up to this ramp, and you look backwards, and right as you're about to hit the little point right here, the little point that I'm standing on, right as you're about to hit this, look to your right or to your left, depending on which way it's going down or up, whatever. But just grapple backwards, and then I would recommend sliding because it brings you down faster, and you just everyone does it. I don't know who doesn't do it. I mean, that just feels weird not doing it. But that's basically how to do a Z, and then it's basically just a big repeat. And that's just basically the whole map. Now you can take different paths if you want to spice it up, or confuse your enemies. But like I said, it's all just personal preference. So I'm gonna run through the map maybe 1 or 2 times. Maybe get in 1 or 2 laps out the fastest I can go, or maybe just trying to show you. So I'm gonna do that right now, and I will try to take all the possible paths that I can. So that was basically how I go through the map almost every single time, except I went a little bit slower for you guys so you could analyze how I went through the map. Now, that's basically all you do, and this is basically just a beginner's guide for SS Royale. Now you can learn off this and learn from other people, and also find your own improvements on the map, which will further help you to become the fastest speedrunner ever. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, then you could always subscribe and hit that little bell. You know that little tiny bell? You can hit that bell so you never miss one of my videos. A like would be appreciated. It just tells me how I'm doing on the videos and if you guys like the videos. And tell me if you like the Speedrunners videos and Speedrunners tutorials, because I might just make a second channel all about Speedrunners tutorials if you guys would like to see that. And maybe just Speedrunners commentaries and all that. So my annotation should be popping up on the screen here, and you guys can always go and watch all of my videos. That would be great with me, but I'll see you guys later.